Hey, Myles, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. I guess it's probably safe to say that Notre Dame's offensive line was the best that you've seen in your young career. Just how eye-opening of an experience was that for you going up against them?
It was a good experience, honestly. A good, I guess, opening experience for me to be a freshman and knowing what that caliber of O line talent is and how I kind of stack myself up against them and see how I performed against them. And I think it was a great experience for me, honestly, and something I will always remember, learn upon that, and grow upon them, and just keep going from there.
Are there some specific things that you can share just doing some self-scouting and watching, evaluating the film of how you played against them? Just maybe, from a technique standpoint or whatever that you need to improve upon?
Um, Real that the effort was there for me on that game. For me, probably was like more mental, more than physical. Probably just use of hands and uh, pregame, like studying film, learning their sets and stuff like that, and pre snap reads, and that those are pretty much the biggest things. And to stay on top of the plays, knowing my play, what I do, and why I do it, things like that.
Miles, this is Larry Williams with TigerIllustrated.com. What would you have said before the season if I told you you were going to play 60 snaps at Notre Dame?
Um, Honestly, probably would have been surprised at first, and probably would have started running just to get conditioned for it, which I'm thankfully I was conditioned for it because we've been working this whole time, so I was well conditioned for it and getting the playbook. I was good on that. So, but if you were to tell me that before I was in college, I would have been astonished at the most, pretty much.
Obviously, attrition and injuries have played a significant role in freshmen playing a lot more snaps. In your mind, with you, like, what is your like optimum number of snaps? Like, at what point do you think performance starts to maybe suffer? When you're on the field after a certain point, does that make sense?
Like, do I get tired after a certain number of plays, something like that?
Yeah, like what would the optimum number of snaps be to generate in your mind like the best performance from you?
Oh, I'm honestly when the adrenaline's running, and honestly, I feel like I can go forever. I know I'm human, so I can't go forever, but I guess the maximum number of snaps, I'm not sure, to be honest. But 60 is a lot, but I was playing with good energy the whole game, so more than 60, I guess. But besides that, I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Hey, hey, Miles, this is Gavin Oliver with the ClemsonInsider.com. Just overall, what's this year been like for you? Did you come in expecting to make such an immediate impact, or has this year kind of exceeded your expectations?
Most definitely exceeded my expectations from high school, and it's been a very eye-opening experience. When I first came in, going against our online every day, it was very eye-opening and surprising at the speed of how their blocking scheme, our blocking scheme was, and how fast they were able to cover up gaps and whatnot, and how good the pass blocking was. So it took me about a month to like get used to that and catch up to their speed. And since then, I was kept up to speed, and I kind of slowed everything down to how I was in high school, and now just trying to make it to where I can just do what I do, knowing my key and responsibility in the play or the blitz that we're running, and just keep it as simple as possible.
Myles, it's Trevor again. How frustrating was it to go against a guy like Ian Book, who was able to extend so many plays and find receivers downfield or pick up chunks of yards with his legs in the scramble drill? And do you look forward to the challenge of potentially facing Jordan Travis of Florida State, who is even more athletic than Ian Book?
I do look forward to facing Florida State, a very athletic team. You know, I got to keep the quarterback contained, which is always a good challenge. And Ian Book, he's a great quarterback. He's really good at extending the plays and hitting targets on the run. And it's just football, so it's just the challenge of keeping a mobile quarterback contained, especially a mobile quarterback that can hit his targets as well as Ian. So it's really just keeping them contained. It was a pretty good challenge, but you know, some things that we saw, picked up on, we'll fix later on.
Myles, this is Jason Priester from Clemson SI. How difficult has it been to come in and play such a pivotal role in this defense, not only, you know, from a physical standpoint, from a mental standpoint?
Yeah, I would most definitely say it's been more mental than physical by far because, you know, Coach V has a big, huge playbook and so many blitzes, coverages, and whatnot. And probably up until maybe 2 weeks ago, I felt very comfortable with the playbook. Now I'm very comfortable with the playbook, but weeks before this, I was struggling because I also have school, football, and, you know, life off the field and away from school. So it was a lot mentally, but, you know, it's kind of just getting into the grind of things. And now I'm catching up on everything. And now it's, you know, all stacking up well together.